In this video, we'll discuss about core or kernel of a section and a few problems in the column. First, core or kernel of a section. When a load is acting on a way region around the center of gravity of a section, so that in that region stress everywhere is compressive, no tension is developed anywhere, then that area is called core or kernel of a section. The kernel of a section is the area within which the line of action of eccentric load P must cut the cross section if the stress is not to become tensile. Main concept is even when in this area, if a load is acting, there will not be any tensile force. It is the concept. Okay. Now we'll see the expression for a rectangular section, core for of a rectangular section. So the limit of eccentricity of an rectangular section, that is breadth into depth on either side of x-axis and y-y axis, is d by 6 to avoid tension at the base core of a rectangular section. So the core of the rectangular section is equal to area of that portion, that is d by 6 into half into b by 3 into twice. So totally bd by 18 is the total area, is the core of a rectangular section. Similarly, the expression for core of a solid circular section of diameter d, the limit of eccentricity of either side of xx or yy axis equal to d by 8 to avoid the tensile of the base. So the core of the circular section equal to area of that portion, that is d by 8 whole square pi into d square by 64. These are the two values. That's it. So in this area, if your load is acting, what will happen? There will not be any tensile force. Only compressive force will be acting. Now we'll move to a problem. So a steel column is of length 8 meter and diameter 600 mm with both ends hinged. So determine the crippling load by Euler's formula. Take E equal to 2.1 in 10 to the power 5 Newton per mm square. So here diameter is given, length is given, okay, 8 meter, and E is given. We have to find out the Euler crippling load. So first we have to calculate the moment of inertia I, pi by 64 d power 4. So diameter is given as 600 mm. Substitute the value. We'll be getting the value of 6.36 into 10 to the power of 9 mm power 4. Since the column is hinged at both ends, the equivalent length L equal to same. So the P critical, the crippling load will be equal to pi square EI by this L square. So pi square, the value of E is this value 2.1 into 10 to the power of 5 into the area of I 6.36 into 10 to the power of 9. We have calculated, substitute the value here, and the length is 8 meter, that is 8000 mm whole square. So the entire value 2.06 into 10 to the power of 8 Newton. Okay, so this is the one. Slenderness ratio we have seen already, and Rankins Jordan formula we have seen already. We'll move to the next problem. So before going to next problem, these are the sum of the value of alpha, that is FC value for wrought iron FC is given as 250. By using the formula, if you calculate, you will be getting 1 divided by 9000 for cast iron, also for mild steel timber. So based upon this, move to a problem for Rankins Jordan formula. A rolled steel joist ISMB 300 is to be used as a column of 3 meters length with both ends fixed. Find the safe axial load on the column. Take factor of safety as 3. FC, that is the allowable stress, equal to 320 Newton per mm square, and alpha is 1 divided by 7500. The properties of the column, area is given 5626 mm square, I-axis, moment about x-axis 8.606 in 10 to the power 7 mm power 4, IYY 4.539 in 10 to the power of 7 mm power 4. These are the values. So the given values, length is given as 3000 mm, factor of safety is given, allowable stress is given as 320 Newton per mm square, the constant alpha equal to 1 divided by 7500 for steel, area is given, IXX is given, IYY is given, the column is fixed at both the ends, so therefore the effective length will be equal to L by 2, that is length is 3000 divided by 2, that is 1500 mm. since the value of Iyy is less than Ixx. If you see here, Iyy is less than Ixx, the column section, the minimum value is taken. So I minimum equal to Iyy, we are taken as I value. So the least radius of gyration of the column, we know that k equal to radius of gyration square root of I by a. So I is something with the minimum value, least value. I substituting here the area which is given in the problem. Substitute the value here 5626. So you'll be getting the value of radius of gyration 89.82 mm. So the crippling load as given by Rankin's formula, P critical equal to Fc into A divided by 1 plus alpha L divided by K whole square. Okay, substitute the value Fc allowable stress equal to 320 Newton per mm square, area which is given in the problem 5626, 1 plus alpha for steel which is given in the problem 7500, length is for the fixed end this 1500 mm, so 1500, K we have calculated the value using the least moment of inertia 89.82 whole square. So the pre-critical is equal to 1343522.38 Newton. So the factor of safety is given as 3. So the safe load is equal to crippling load divided by factor of safety. We'll be getting the value of 447840.79 Newton. So the crippling load is 1343522.38 Newton. Safe load is 447840.79 Newton. Okay. Now we'll move to the next problem. A built up column consisting of rolled steel beam ISWB 300 with two plates 200 mm by 10 mm connected at the top and bottom flanges. Calculate the safe load of the column carrying if the length is 3 meter and both ends are fixed. Take factor of safety 3, Fc equal to 320 Newton per mm square, alpha equal to 1 divided by 7500. So the property of the joist area is given as 6133 mm square. So the Ixx and Iyy is given. Ixx is 9821.6 into 10 to the power 4 mm power 4. Iyy equal to 990.1 into 10 to the power 4 mm power 4. So values are given. Now the length of the built up column L equal to 3 meter is 3000 mm. Factor of safety is given as 3. So allowable stress is given as 320 Newton per mm square. Alpha equal to 1 divided by 7500. So sectional area of the built up column. Sectional area of the built up column. So the area of the section is given as 16133 plus the top and bottom plate 200 by 10 mm into 2. So the total area is 10,133 mm square. This is the total area. So the moment of inertia of the built up column section about x-axis axis. First we are calculating about x-axis axis. This is the ISMB 300 value, that is Ixx is given. So I am substituting the value here plus 2 into BDQ by 12. B is 200, that is a plate, top and bottom plate, 2 times. So since at the bottom one plate, at the top one plate, so substituting 2 here, thickness 10 is the thickness 10 meter 10 cube divided by 12 BDQ by 12 plus 200 into 10, that is the area, into 155 square, that is from the neutral axis to the top central axis, that's 155. So the value of Ixx is calculated 1.94 into 10 to the power of 8 mm power 4. The moment of inertia of the built up column section about YY axis. So the value of Iyy is given for the ISW 300. Substitute the value here and 2 into D into B cube by 12 along YY axis. So 10 into 200 cube divided by 12 will be getting 0.23 into 10 to the power of 8 mm power 4. So now Iyy is less than Ixx. So the column will tend to buckle along YX where the moment of inertia is lesser. In that side only that column will buckle. So I am taking the least moment of inertia of the column section, that is Iyy, that is 0.23 into 10 to the power of 8 mm power 4. So the column is fixed at both ends. So what will happen? The effective length will be equal to L by 2, that is 3000 divided by 2, that is 1500 mm. So least radius of gyration of the section K equal to square root of I minimum divided by A. So the I minimum we have calculated is 0.23 10 to the power of 8 divided by, this is not J, I minimum. Okay. So area we have calculated here, that is a total area, that is a ISW 300 plus area of the plate, that is the total area. I am substituting here area. So it will be getting the least radius of gyration 47.64 mm. Now crippling load as given by Rankin's formula, P critical equal to Fc into A divided by 1 plus alpha L divided by K whole square. So allowable stress given as 320 into area we have calculated 10133 divided by 1 plus value of alpha constant 1 divided by 7500 length. Since both ends are fixed, length is 1500 divided by K 4764 whole square. So the P critical value equal to 2864023.3 Newton. Now the safe load is equal to crippling load divided by factor of safety. Crippling load divided by factor of safety. The crippling load here, factor of safety, we are getting this value 954,674.43 Newton. Now the crippling load, that is the load failure, that is the crippling load, or Euler's, that is Rankins value, that is crippling load equal to 2864023.3 Newton. Safe load equal to 954,674.43 Newton.